So yesterday I got a call to come pick this house, and they said it had a bunch of mid-century stuff in it. So it's in Glendale, Mequon area. It's actually, I'm looking at, it's right down the street from Legacy's, which used to be a like an estate sale company. They had a store, but that's gone now. So honestly, I feel like there's a void in this area. Anytime I usually come to this area, I usually pull out some good stuff. I can usually find like Scandinavian stuff in this area, a lot of teak, you know, just usually things that have a little bit more value and a little bit more style. So again, I got this call yesterday from a woman that I work with many years ago. Here and there, she gives me a call when she finds mid-century stuff. I don't really know what to expect. She just said, hey, Eric, I'm doing a sale tomorrow. I would love for you to come out and take a look and see if there's anything for you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get in here and see what we can find. So enjoy the pick. You never know what to expect in these houses. I definitely don't like when I pull up and there's a dumpster out front, but they could have just had to throw some stuff away to get ready for the sale. So that's what we're going to hope was the case. Here's that Legacy's place I was telling y'all about. Literally, they used to get all the stuff in this area, so I bet there's a huge void for stuff around here. You know I want to know what's in that dumpster. You know I want to know what's in that dumpster. Got a caddy in the garage. 4.5. I think probably ain't nothing but problems. Hello.
Hi.
Most of those, like Cadillacs, usually are nothing but problems. Let's see what we can find.
But I feel not happy, and you can sales or anything. That shit is just standing there costing you. Wow. You know, if you like that couch, you can just make me a house.
I can't do it. It's too crunchy.
I
Ended up passing on a sectional, and in the first bedroom I found this set, and I bought that set. I'm not sure of the maker, but it was unique enough that I felt like it just had to go with me. And then I go into room number 2 and I turn the corner and I'm like, yeah, I'm taking that one too. Got some small stuff over here, so let's peek through some of this small stuff. I got a lot of jewelry. I used to own a pawn shop, so I don't dig as like intently as most people would for jewelry. I kind of look for things that stick out to me. Maxine is a pretty seasoned veteran in like the picking game, so I know she pulled all the gold and silver out of here. I will take this little lighter. Looks like a genie lamp. I thought that was kind of cool. It's unique enough that it'll fit into the vibe of my shop. I'm always looking for stuff from the 50s through 70s. That's kind of my whole vibe. This trinket box caught my eye. It's missing the latch to keep it in place, but everything else is in such nice shape on it that I feel like I just gotta take it, because honestly, somebody could just use it with the door open and they'll be okay with the latch missing. Love the color on this purse, but the chain is broken, so we're gonna end up passing on that too. Always check trophies. I don't know why. I got this thing for trophies. I check them just to make sure. I feel like at some point somebody must have won it, and maybe it's something that I should be paying attention to, but that trophy wasn't one to be paying attention to. I don't do a lot with women's clothing, so actually what I'm looking for is t-shirts or sweatshirts right here that could be like unisex. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm doing a lot with men's clothing now in my shop. Most of the women's stuff that you'll ever see in my store comes from my wife, probably things that she's found when, you know, she's out picking and thrifting. I did see a couple like really weird, unique hats. I thought this one was cool enough to take with me. I hope it makes the cut. Again, I'm not a shopper for women's fashion, but I try to find things that I think are unique enough that, you know, just the unique factor of it will work inside my shop. I like this box back here. It looks kind of Scandinavian. Don't know much about it, so I'm gonna still grab it because it fits the part of, again, it's gotta fit between the 1950s and 1970s for it to really, you know, kind of pop in my shop. This little holder right here, it's like marble and brass. They had toothpicks in it. I didn't think of using it for that, but it could definitely be a really, really cool and ornate toothpick holder. So we'll throw that in the pile. We're gonna look through these clothes real quick, see if there's any jackets here for me. I hate when stuff falls down because then you gotta pick it up, and it doesn't really help or work too well when you got stuff in one hand. Luckily, I got the GoPro strapped to my chest, so that, I didn't have to hold that in my hand. I did buy that little bench, and I'm gonna pick up those 2 chairs also. So this room is done. So we already hit the first 3 rooms on the first floor. We're gonna take a couple things into the front room. Oh, I like this table. I think I gotta come back and take a closer look at that table. And I also grabbed, there's a clock on the wall. You can't see it right now, but if I pan up, I ended up getting the clock and what are they, candlestick holders. Oh, I grabbed these 2 salt and pepper shakers. You can kind of see the bottom of the clock in that picture. Now I'm looking at these chairs that go to this dining table, and I'm like, why didn't I buy those chairs? I probably should go back for those chairs. But anyways, there's the clock. There's the candlestick holders. Nothing in here that grabs my eye. The yellow Pyrex bowl. I have so many yellow Pyrex bowls. I'm always on the hunt for red ones. So no red ones. I didn't grab those. I did buy the table set and chairs. The table wasn't in the best of shape. I do have another table that I could actually stick with these chairs after I clean it up. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna check the junk drawers and see if there's anything in here. I'm always looking for Cutco flatware because that's usually the stuff that most people had during that time in the 1950s and 70s. And if you can find Cutco flatware, the stuff usually goes for decent money. I like this ice cream scoop. It's not something that I usually buy a lot of because I don't have a ton of kitchenware stuff in my shop. Definitely not buying these knives, but again, I'm looking for knives that I can probably stick on eBay to resell, and unfortunately I'm just not having any luck in this drawer finding any knives, so I'm gonna move to the next drawer. This one looks like it's mainly flatware, and again, we're still looking for Cutco or anything else that's kind of a little bit more higher end vintage flatware, and it's just there's not much in here, so nothing in there. I think I'm gonna pass on the ice cream scoop. It's kind of cool, but it just ain't really it really ain't something that I should sell in my shop. It's just something that I picked up because I think I like it, so I'm gonna pass on it. But I did grab a set of glasses. Camera was off angle, so we didn't show them too good, but I got a set of green and gold glasses out of the kitchen too. It was just 2 of those. I panned over to the other side of the kitchen. Wasn't much in there. Again, this house just didn't have a ton of stuff in it, but the stuff that it had like nice color to it, like you could tell the lady has style, and come to find out she was this older African American woman, which is really cool for me because I don't get to pick a lot of houses that the people look like me, so I think that excites me when I find out those kind of things. I wish I could find like some older, like Black Americana memorabilia, but who knows, that stuff may have been already taken out of here and dispersed. Either maybe the family has it, or maybe they threw it away. Again, there was a huge dumpster out front. Who knows? I'm definitely gonna probably take this art off the wall. There's no probably to it. Let me move this out the way, and I'm pulling that down. That'll go with me. It's kind of interesting room. It's like super hodgepodge in here. I don't know if this is how they had it decorated or if this is just how they kind of staged the room. I've seen a couple little smaller, like newer things, some action figures. I'll grab those because now I sell on the Whatnot app, and I'm trying to sell other things that, don't necessarily go in my store, but I know that they still have some kind of value. So we're going to grab the action figures, and I grabbed that little plant stand too. It's got the hairpin leg look on it, and that's super popular in my shop. We'll check over here, look at all the figurines. Figurines aren't something that I do a whole bunch with in my store. I've just spent I just spent a lot of time basically curating my shop. The last 6 or 7 years, I've basically spent in curating my store and curating a following to people that like the stuff that I like. So although you may see some things in my video and be like, hey, I think I can flip that, I really buy for a tailored audience. Like, I'm buying for the people that come into my store. I like that tray. I wish there was more than one, but there's only one. I'll check through the clothing again. We're looking for unisex stuff. I did see this little shelf in the corner, and I thought it was cute, the fact that it actually had like the people still on it. So I'm gonna take it with the people, and there's a little doggy on there too. I'm gonna take it like it's literally, that's how they displayed it in a house. So I'm gonna clean it up and I'm gonna display it in my store just like that. I think somebody will appreciate the fact that literally that's how I found it. Any Starburst clock, I don't really care, you know, if they're working or not. I'm grabbing them. This one I thought was cool. Later on, I ended up finding out that it was like basically being held together by tape on the back. So I ended up passing on that Starburst clock, even though it had a good look. You know, again, the back of it was basically falling apart. Yeah, so I really try not to take stuff that's damaged or has condition issues. I really want to present, you know, the items that I find in the best possible condition.
Absolute crazy place to pick through. Not crazy in the terms of like it was jam-packed. It was just I didn't expect to see the stuff that I saw when I came in the door. So we ended up getting yeah, I did good. I bought the teal turquoise sofa. I bought the kind of PVC yellow set. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's really unique, and I feel like I do operate under this like thing, this mentality, because I've been buying and selling since 2003, that if I haven't seen one before, it's kind of like, where are you gonna find another one? And that's the kind of stuff that I like really focus on putting into my store. Is like, if I can say to myself, Eric, where are you gonna find another one, then that's a reason to put it in there. So I grabbed that. I end up getting the kitchen table set, mainly for the chairs. The table I wasn't too crazy about, but I have another table. I'll clean the chairs up, put them with the table that I have. I took the there was a chair in the living room, like a burgundy. I think I'm gonna pull the skirts off of that one. It's got the wood on the arms. That's a really good chair. Some mirrors off the wall. I got one clock. I didn't take the other one because the clock was kind of wobbly in the back of it. Some chairs out the back room. Antique or no, Art Deco. And it's more like Victorian little bench. And then a couple odds and ends, small stuff. So if you like this style of video, please hit the like button, comment on what you saw that was kind of like your favorite piece that I picked up. You can even comment and say like anything that you want to talk about at the house, anything that you want to talk about during the pick, just drop me a comment. I'll gladly, respond to it. I think I'm getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Saturday morning pick from a call from another dealer to come take a look. These are the kind of picks I like because, it wasn't a huge advertised sale. So there was probably only like 5 or 6 other people in the place with me, which allowed me to really take my time and pick through the house, although it don't take me long to do. Anyways, I think this video is probably I think the picking part of the house was only about 8 to 10 minutes. So this really wasn't a really long video. I'll do all my editing and make it look like, 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. So anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the pick. I hope you are enjoying the content. If you haven't already, my links are right probably in this post. Hit me up on Patreon if you got other questions as far as like value of stuff. If you want direct help on, leveling up your resale business, you can hit me up on Patreon. Hit me up on TikTok, Eric the Vintage Hunter. If you haven't already, smashed that subscribe button on here. Eric the Vintage Hunter on Instagram, and BC Modern is the name of my store. All right, later.